Bali. I'm on the beach with my boyfriend, and we've been traveling around the island for the last 3 weeks. The sun is setting. I can see the whole coast full of lush green trees. And it's time that we finally experience snorkeling. So we put our flippers on, we get our masks on nice and tight, we put in our mouthpieces, and we waddle our way into the ocean. Right when it's deep enough, we plop ourselves in, and it's a whole new world. There are all of these yellow neon schools of fish swimming everywhere. There are rainbow fish with all these beautiful patterns, big red fish and blue fish with teeth. They're eating the coral, and I'm really scared. My heart is racing. Are they gonna bite me? Am I gonna hurt myself? What if my leg touches the coral and I scratch myself? Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. And it's so beautiful. I've never seen a world like this before. How did no one tell me I had to experience this? I'm in such awe. And I'm scared. My goggles are slowly filling with water. They're already fogged up from accidentally breathing through my nose. Oh, it's so terrifying. I'm so out of my comfort zone. And I never, ever want this to end. In America, we get about 2 weeks of vacation each year. In Europe, they get about 4 or 5 weeks of vacation, and that is considered a luxury. This past year, I took 19 weeks and 2 days of vacation. Yes, 19 weeks and 2 days. You see, most business owners are working so hard all year round, and they never treat themselves to the vacation they deserve. I'm an entrepreneur. I've had my business for the last 5 years. It's a 6-figure business, and I coach and I lead courses for women entrepreneurs so that they can live an audacious life with their business. I'm committed that all business owners have at least 2 months of vacation each year. There's a story that we're taught and somehow believe that in order to be successful with our business, we need to work really hard, we have to work many long hours, and we need to sacrifice what's most important to us in order to make enough money and actually succeed. And when we do take that vacation that we deserve, it's short. It takes a few days to actually relax and unwind and enjoy and be present. And then we're also on our phones, looking at our email. We're answering questions with our clients or with our coworkers or our employees. We're on social media, which is oftentimes connected with people we know from work or with our business. And we're not actually present and enjoying ourselves. And sometimes we even feel guilty that we're away on vacation and not working. And I get it. I was there too. When I started my business, I felt the same way. I was so committed to making a difference on the planet. I was willing to work in the evenings and on the weekends. When I'd go away on family vacations, sometimes I'd work in the morning. I'd look at my email or fit in a client before the whole beach day started with the whole family. But it impacted my peace of mind. It impacted my vacation mode. And I wasn't able to actually be present and enjoy myself fully. And there was a little voice inside of me that said, wait, this is bullshit. I left my job so I could have freedom, and now I'm working more than my previous 9 to 5. How did this happen? And so I committed to living a life that was and is audacious so that I can have it be filled with vacation. And so I made 3 decisions on 3 different beaches while on vacation that supported me from being in scarcity to abundance with vacation days. So I'm in Puerto Rico, and I'm on this luxurious vacation. My boyfriend is spoiling me rotten. This is my first time ever being at a 5-star hotel. We're at the Ritz-Carlton, and we're going to St. Regis next, and I've never had such delicious food on vacation. It's just so amazing. I can't even believe it. And they're serving it to us at the beach, and the drinks are amazing. this is incredible. I can have way more of this. I'm feeling so loved and supported and connected. And at the same time, I'm feeling numb. I'm resentful, and I'm annoyed because I scheduled a work call this evening. You see, 4 weeks ago, I was talking with a client about rescheduling our call. And I heard this little whisper from my gut come, and she said, Louisa, make sure that you enjoy this romantic getaway. It's 10 days for just you and Dave, and enjoy it. Make sure you reschedule that call for the week when you get back. And at the same time that that little whisper spoke, I also heard this loud speaker in my brain. And she said, how dare you even consider that? Make sure your client is happy. You don't want to ruin your business. Make sure he doesn't dislike you. You're going to look like a bitch. Make sure you do it and you have the call. It's 1 hour, like, suck it up. And so, in that moment, I didn't listen to that little whisper. And I gave in to that loudspeaker. And I offered him to choose either a conversation while I'm in Puerto Rico or to have our call when I get back. So in that moment, I decided I will never, ever bring business to vacation ever again. No emails, no phone calls, no meetings, no social media. I'm unplugging going forward so I can really enjoy and be in that vacation mode the entire time. 3 years later, I am sitting on the beach in Hawaii. I'm on an island called Kauai, and I've been traveling with my boyfriend for the last 4 weeks. And I am feeling so connected. I feel connected to nature because there are these huge peaks and mountains covered with trees. I see surfers in the ocean. It's a beautiful day, and I'm just feeling so grateful because I feel this new sense of nirvana that I haven't felt before. My business is thriving. I love all of my clients. I feel connected to where I'm growing and the difference I'm making on the planet. I have financial abundance and abundance of time. On Fridays, I take off, and I drive from Williamsburg, Brooklyn, all the way to New Jersey to my favorite beach. I feel connected with my family. Everything seems to be perfect, and I start to wonder, can this get any better? Like, have I reached the max? Wait, but what if it could get better? What would that look like? And so then I hear a little whisper from my gut, and she says, oh, I know what would make it better. Instead of just taking off Fridays in the summer to go to the beach, what if you took off Fridays all year long and only worked 4 days a week? That would be audacious. And then, I know what else would be better. Oh, I know. What if you only worked 3 weeks each month? And that means you could have off either 1 week a month, or sometimes when there are 5 weeks, you could have off 2 weeks each month. Oh, that would be audacious. Oh, and what if you took 90-minute lunch breaks? Because then you could actually enjoy your meal, and you could have time to go walk to the cafe, or you could go sit near the Hudson River and just sit and read or journal, or you could just enjoy yourself or like do something. That would be audacious. Oh, and I know. You're really enjoying this 1 month in Hawaii. What if you did this twice a year, where you took 2 extra months off in addition to that awesome schedule? That would be audacious. And at the same time, I heard the loudspeaker in my brain, and she said, are you crazy? You are so selfish. How dare you even think about that? First of all, you're gonna go broke. Second of all, who does that? Get a grip. How dare you even consider that? Your clients will not be happy. That is the most important thing. And how are you gonna make money with this crazy schedule? Get a life. And at the same time that the speaker started to roar, I heard the quiet little whisper of my gut. And she said, do it. You don't know how it's gonna work, but trust me, it excites you and you want it, so just commit to it and take lots of action, even though you don't know how it's gonna work. And so while I was sitting there, on the beach in Kauai, I decided that going forward, I'm committed to listening to that little whisper, especially when I don't know how to get the result. I'm committed to listening to it, committing to it, and taking lots of bold and audacious actions because I want to live from this place. 7 months later, I am in Thailand. I've been traveling with my boyfriend for the last 2 weeks, all around, and he had to go home to go back to work. So I stayed alone for another 2 weeks because I can. And so I'm standing in my room, in my hotel room. I can hear the waves crashing, and the sun is shining through the window. And so I open the door, and I take my 4 steps outside, and I sit down in my lounge chair because I am on the beach. And it is beautiful. I can see the whole beach, the whole coast. When I look all the way to the left, I can see the juice shack, and I can see the different Thai restaurants, and all the places that I'm going to consider later for lunch. And I have my 4 books right next to me because I read different books based on my mood, and I've been carrying them around the entire trip. And so I pull out my journal, and I take out my colorful pen, and I start to journal about how proud I am of having that really uncomfortable conversation last month. I have a client who I've been working with the last 2 years who I love dearly, and I've had and taken on different boundaries and expectations and structures along the way. And so I had to let her know that I was not going to be available. I was going to be in Thailand for 4 weeks, and then I was going to spend 2 weeks with my family for the holidays because I really wanted that vacation mode to go all the way through. Like, why not? And so I had to let her know that we're not going to have this, we're not going to be talking, and there's going to be about 6 weeks before we talk again. And she wasn't happy. I could tell she was pissed. And so we had to have a conversation about it. And she made a bold request and asked me to take a call with her while I was on vacation. And I'm all about bold requests. So I was really proud of her for doing that. And at the same time, I heard the little whisper in my gut. And she said, Louisa, tell her no. You do not want to take a call while you're working. You don't want to be working at all in Thailand. You committed to being on vacation. Say no. At the same time, the loud speaker in my brain said, how dare you? How dare you be so selfish and not talk to your client who wants your support with growing her business? How dare you? You've helped her start her business, and with where she is now, you're just going to leave her for 6 weeks? How dare you? You're going to ruin the relationship. She's going to be angry with you. Why are you doing this? You can make time to talk to her for an hour while you're on vacation. You have the internet. It's easy. Come on. At the same time, I heard the little whisper in my gut, and she said, no, commit. It's okay if she hates you. It's okay if she dislikes you. Honor yourself. So I told her that it wasn't going to work and that we could only talk before or after I got back, and thank you anyways for the great, bold request. And so in that moment, I decided that it is worth pissing people off, telling people no, and having people not like me, because it's all in service of me honoring myself, and that's the most important thing. And through that, our relationships soared, right? We are still working together. She's now on track to be making 6 figures when we only started working together 2 years ago. And she's in the process of hiring her first assistant. And she just scheduled her 13 weeks of vacation for this year. So why do I take so much vacation? Because I want to. I believe that as entrepreneurs, we really have the freedom to create abundance with money and time. And I want to create the life that I want to have, so I do. And so some of you may be thinking, oh wait, I can't do that. You don't understand my business. It's not possible for me. And I hear you, I get it. One of my clients said the same thing. She's had her business for the last 10 years, and she sees her clients in person every week. And she told me there's no way. If I go for an extended vacation, my clients will find someone else instead of me. It's going to ruin our relationship, and it's going to ruin everything I've built over the last 10 years. And so through working together and shifting her perspective on creating expectations with her clients, creating clear boundaries, saying no, getting really uncomfortable, pissing people off, honoring herself, she took 8.5 weeks of vacation last year, which is the longest amount of vacation she has ever taken. She's now on track to be making 6 figures 2 days a week. And she just scheduled the whole month of March off. She and her family are going to Southeast Asia to travel. She will be completely unplugged. And the best part is that all of her clients are really excited to see her when she gets back. And they're really happy for her to go on vacation because she set up such clear expectations and boundaries so they feel loved and supported. So I really believe that we can all have it, right? And it's going to take something. It's going to take you being really uncomfortable. You're going to feel foggy and not know how. You're going to feel like you're battling with your brain and your intuition. You're not going to want to piss people off, but you will need to. You're going to need to honor yourself, and you're going to have to say no a lot. And I didn't start with 19 weeks of vacation, right? So maybe you can start with 15 weeks. Or 10 weeks, or 8 weeks. And if that's too much for you, then I challenge you to start with lunch. I dare you to take your entire 60-minute lunch break, put your phone on airplane mode, put your alarm on so you know when your lunch break ends, unsync all of your apps, do not text, do not go on social media. Do not make any phone calls. Just create boundaries and enjoy being with yourself. And while you are enjoying that delicious meal at your favorite restaurant, and you're savoring all of the textures and flavors, just think, this is the beginning of an audacious life. Thank you.